When you mention Sevilla to us Liverpool fans, it brings up a bit of a bad memory. Hello there folks, it is TIJ and welcome to episode 10 today of our first season at Arsenal in our Football Manager 2018 Let's Play. And because I mentioned Sevilla at the start, surely we are playing Sevilla. And that's absolutely right, we're playing them today in the first and second legs of the Europa League quarter-final. So you haven't missed much, folks. If you were here last episode, the only game we've missed is our tie against Manchester United. We are on a really good run at the moment, you know. Since that 9-0 whopping of Vorskala. By the way, if you haven't watched that, I'd recommend going to watch that win. I know you know the result, but just for the fun aspect. Since then, we haven't lost a game. We lost against Bournemouth, and, you know, before that, we hadn't lost in the league since Burnley. So, comparing to this period, where we only had a few wins, this looks marvellous. 4 wins in a row. The latest coming against league leaders, pretty much title winners, Manchester United. With Lacazette getting a goal, the 25th minute in courtesy of a penalty. Valencia got sent off for them, and it didn't matter to us. And as you can see, we can't win the title. We can finish as high as second. I reckon we can have a chance of getting into the top 4, you know. But I don't think we're going to show any more Premier League upshots. Obviously, depending on how we get on today. If we get through, I will show the semi-final. And if we get through that, the final. But if not, I will just show the last 2 games of the season and kind of call this season kaput. But yeah, we're playing against Sevilla today. Let's see how Sevilla have got here, shall we? So, in terms of their group stage, Sevilla were in Group H against Besiktas, Rennes and Stade Liège. Had pretty good unbeaten run, 5 wins and a draw against Besiktas away from home. First knockout round then saw Sevilla beat Celtic 4-1 on aggregate, and then in the last round they beat Hoffenheim 2-1 on aggregate. So they haven't been beaten yet in this competition. Neither have we, I don't think, to be honest. Yes, we have. We did get beat by Celtic, but apart from that, we haven't lost a game. And the other teams left in this competition, we have Chelsea, Sporting Lisbon, Lazio and Leverkusen, Liverpool and Porto. Then, of course, we have Sevilla as well. But if you look at the goals, I know there are a lot, I'd say probably tainted. Yeah, they are actually. They're a lot tainted by the Vorskala game because Lacazette's at the top on 14, whereas he would have only have 8 if he didn't score against against Vorskala. Now, unfortunately, Mkhitaryan is the top average rating in this league so far. He's had 7 assists, average rating of a 7.91, which is absolutely fantastic. But unfortunately, he's out between 7 days and 3 weeks, which means he won't play in either tie today, which is really unfortunate. In terms of other injuries, Ozil's out for 3 to 7 weeks, which I mentioned last time, so I don't think he'll play for us again. But mentioning in terms of transfers, folks, we have made 1 or 2 transfers. Now, David Ospina, I think we did talk about Ospina last time, but if we didn't, he's made a deal to join Sassuolo for a deal that could rise to 8.75 million at the end of the season. Joel Campbell is also going to leave on a free transfer. He was leaving at the end of the season anyway because his contract ran out, but he's going back to Mexico to play for Monterrey. And then we have bought in, interesting deal this is, Marcos Alonso, the 27-year-old, so right in the prime of his career, for 20 million. £70,000 a week, and I presume that going somewhere, which isn't, it won't be to Chelsea, but somewhere else, is going to be Nacho Monreal. There we go, he wants to be sold. He's a bit frustrated with his first team, which is absolutely fair enough. Kolasinac is on the top above him, and he's very much our star player, but with Alonso coming in next year, we'll give Alonso a try, but he can always be a bench player. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Plus, he's £70,000 a week, so really a straight swap. Obviously, if we can sell Monreal. Also, the likes of Czech and Liechtenstein want to leave. But preferably, I'd like to see Liechtenstein stay as backup for Bellerin. But if he wants to go, then we do have Maitland-Niles, which isn't, you know, the best of sort of substitutes, but, you know, we can take it. And then Ozil does want to leave to go to PSG or a similar club, so that works fine for me. So the squad then for today's first leg against Sevilla at the Emirates. We've got Leno in goal with Bellerin, Regani, who has scored a goal, I think, in the last episode, which is his first goal for Arsenal, as well as Mustafi and Kolasinac at the back. Ramsey and El Neni, the real famous, well, not famous, but our best midfield partnership are in the midfield today, with Ian Robben and Danny Welbeck on the wings, with Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. Obviously, we've got a few players, including the likes of Hesse and Nick Pope, who are cup tie for this competition or just ineligible for the competition in any reason. So we are a little bit strapped for players, but at the same time, it's not too bad. Now, we need to go into this one, yes, with confidence, but B, at the same time, just bear in mind what happened to Liverpool when we played these. You know, we were trumped in the Europa League final. I don't need to mention that. But also last year in the Champions League group stage, I believe we were 3-0 or 2 or 3-0 up at half time, and Sevilla brought it back. Now, I might be telling a lie there. I might be, you know, it might be a myth, and I might have got it wrong, but I'm sure that happened. So I know this isn't a Liverpool Let's Play, but I can't remember the last time Arsenal played Sevilla. So unfortunately, I can't give anything to do that. But that's a lovely ball from Kolasinac up to Aubameyang. Do we have an early chance? He shoots, and that's quite a poor finish, you know. A lovely pass from Kolasinac, but unfortunately, nothing coming of it. Nice pint. Don't worry, it's not anything alcoholic. It's just lovely pint of apple juice. Not apple juice. Apple juice. Well, I've got to talk in American accent, I suppose apple juice, but apple juice. But interesting start though at Anfield in the Liverpool game. Porto took the lead basically straight away within a minute, but Lallana's got a quick reply there at Anfield. But apart from that, no action at any of the other 3 games, which obviously includes this one. Now, we seem to have all the dominance so far, so what we're going to do is go on attacking, flexible, and tell the players to push forward. You know, we've had a lot of chances, and it would be a real shame to miss them. But of course, Sevilla could hit us on the counter-attack as well. So we have got that risk, but since we're not dominating, but since we had most of the chance, it would only be fair to go attacking and try and exploit that. Robben into the box for Regani, and Regani nearly gets his second goal. And wouldn't that be a weird one if we said he got his first goal and then he gets his second one in 2 episodes? But Olivier Giroud has got a goal for Chelsea. Morata quickly following that one up with a second against Sporting Lisbon. So it seems that they're springing into life at the Stamford Bridge. Couldn't think what the stadium's called there. But we've got some good fluid play going on. Robben just runs in and makes a bit of a stupid, chances his arm as it says there, and a bit of a daft shot. Nonetheless, it unfortunately doesn't do anything. And we've got just over 5 minutes left in this first half of the Emirates. Nothing really going on, unfortunately. Yeah, we are struggling to get shots away. And I think the problem with FM generally this year is that players take a lot of stupid shots. As in, they'll be running like mad and they'll just belt it. Which I don't quite get, but FM19, I did mention it last episode, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but FM19, just under 2 months away now. What was Robben doing? Again, just under 2 months away, and I am massively excited for this game. I don't think I need to tell you guys that I'm massively excited. Now, this year was my first year making Football Manager content, whether that was a full year, but I'm doing it now, that's all that matters. And I can't think what I was going to say. But I am looking forward to doing another year of Football Manager content, which is exactly what you guys will be seeing if you stay subscribed to the channel. Of course, if you are not yet, then I would completely recommend you go and do that. Right, half-time's coming. The strikers are doing quite poorly, but the only option on the bench is Joel Campbell. And that is a little bit of a problem, actually, because we do really only have 2 strikers. Fair enough, we've got Welbeck. But Welbeck's not really a striker. So, we have 2 strikers, both very good. But I think if a bid came in for Aubameyang this summer, we might sell him. Lacazette to Aubameyang. Aubameyang on the edge of the box. To be fair, he just ran through them. That's a lovely goal for Ryan Robben, and in fact, a lovely assist for Aubameyang. I'm not saying that Aubameyang's a bad player whatsoever. It's just that he's so inconsistent. It's unbelievable. He will have a blinder, which he probably will today in both games after I've just said what I've said. But there are so many games where he just doesn't do anything. A little bit like Mesut Ozil, and that's a little bit of a problem for me. But Robben gets the first goal, which really is what he deserves. You know, he's made a lot of chances today. He might have had a few stupid shots, but nonetheless, he's got the lead finally. And it seems to all be springing into life in the other games. The only update, though, however, is the fact that obviously we've scored and Leverkusen have scored as well against Lazio. Now, crucially, we don't really want an away goal conceded against us, but we can't really do much about that if they do score. Yesam Ben Yedder, though. Ben Yedder to Gulherm Arena. Vasquez to Ben Yedder. Stephen Nzonzi, the famous good old Stokey. Vasquez into the box of Ben Yedder, and that's a good save from Bernd Leno. Good play by them. Right, I'm going to bring Lichtsteiner on for Bellerin, and I'm also going to take El Neni off. Just bearing in mind he's got a yellow card for Lucas Torreira. So we'll do that. Yeah, it's just if we concede an away goal and draw here, then there's always the risk if we get beaten at Sevilla Stadium, then it's not very nice. And that's exactly what's happened to Liverpool here, to be honest. They're behind, 2-1 behind Porto, and they've now got to win 2-0 or equivalent, basically, over at Porto because of the away goal system. And, you know, we seem to be doing pretty well. We'll bring Campbell on for the last... Actually, no, we won't. We'll swap Welbeck for Aubameyang, and we will bring Welbeck off for Iwobi. That looks good for me. We'll push Aaron Ramsey back a little bit because I don't really see the point of him being there now. But apart from that, we'll put Lichtsteiner as a defensive centre-back if we can. That's possible. If we can do that today, that'd be brilliant. Right, there we go. So we've got just under 10 minutes left in this game. Pretty uneventful game, you know, just sorting out the business. Shows that our defence is good. Maybe that our attack's not as good as it has been. But hopefully we should close this out. And in fact, another goal would be brilliant. But an away goal certainly wouldn't be brilliant for Sevilla. Lacazette across the park for Robben. But it's an interception. But luckily, they messed that attack up. Robben got a certain get out of jail free card there. But Iwobi's through on goal. And it's a goal for Alex Iwobi. He makes it 2-0. And that was just what we needed. A bit of security going into the second leg of this tie. Lacazette, a lovely pass from Lacazette there. I was kind of expecting something to happen there, and I'm glad it did. Welbeck fed it through to Alexandre Lacazette. A lovely pass to Iwobi, and I'm fairly sure this is the first goal that Iwobi has scored under me. I can't think of any other goals that Iwobi scored. Obviously, his valuation went very up, because apparently he was linked to a move to Man City for 65 million early on the season. Again, if Man City, which isn't now managed by Guardiola, because apparently being in third isn't enough for Man City. Wow, that hit the bar. That could have very easily been an away goal, and I'd have much rather had a 1-0 result than a 2-1. But nonetheless, I think we've got a 2-0, which is absolutely marvellous. Yeah, 65 million was how much he was worth. And again, if Man City, whoever they're managed by now, still want to knock and, you know, bring 65 million to me, as a Iwobi's a rotation player, yeah, take him. And I think this year there is going to be not a lot of selling, but there are going to be players that will go, and I think genuinely they'll go for a lot of money. So we have a lot of investment to come into the club. But before any of that nonsense, we're going to play the Cardiff game off camera and then play the away leg at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan in Spain for the second leg of the quarter-final of the Europa League. So I'll see you guys there. Unchanged squad then as we go to Spain. Let's not talk about the Cardiff result. We didn't lose, but we did draw. 1-1 was the result there. The Cardiff are a very good team. They like defending, and we find that a bit tricky. But, just to remind you if you haven't remembered, we are 2-0 up in this tie. We don't need any goals. It can end 0-0. As long as we don't lose this game, we are through to the last 4 of the Europa League. But unfortunately, I don't think that things are ever that easy. Now, a bit of an interesting stat, which is a bit unfortunate for Nick Pope, actually. He's played in the last game against Cardiff. We're trying to give him a little bit of game time. And I think he made his debut in the game against Bournemouth. And I think he's played the last game against Cardiff. And both games we haven't won. And I think they're the only 2 games we haven't won in about 10 or 12. Which isn't the nicest of stats to Nick Pope to get involved with. But we've got Leno back in goal for this game anyway. We haven't really got much choice because he's cup-tied and Leno is our only option, obviously, apart from Czech. But let's have a look at the other team, shall we? See how they're getting on. So Liverpool have took a quick lead against Porto. Porto will go through anyway, nonetheless, because they've scored more away goals. Obviously, unless Liverpool take a further lead. Now, their players seem to get a little bit frustrated, but Porto have got a goal back. So it looks like Porto will be through at the moment. So the 4 we have at the moment are Porto, Leverkusen, ourselves, and Chelsea. That's an interesting last 4. I don't think Chelsea will change because they're 3-0 up. But then again, you never know. But Porto, Liverpool, and Leverkusen and Lazio, very much the variables. I wouldn't say that we change, but I'll tell you what, if we get a goal now, that would massively change things. Don't shoot. Oh dear. I'll tell you what the problem with this game is. Players just shoot like mad. We're 3-0 up, folks. And Ian Robbins, he ran from there, about probably where Bellerin is. Ran through the defence. You'd think he'd have a shot, you'd think he'd pass, but no. He bangs it into the back of the net. And I know it's the only 15 million we spent this year, but it's the best 15 million we spent this year. I know that doesn't make any sense, but he's a very, very good signing. Sevilla nearly get one back, though. But yeah, he has been absolutely fantastic. He's had 15 goals, something like 10 assists as well. So he's been completely invaluable on the right. And to be honest, I'd struggle to pick anybody else on that right wing at the moment. Okay, Mkhitaryan's a good player, but he's really playing on the left. But Ian Robben has been fantastic. But yeah, we can't be complacent. We're technically 3-0 up now. And unless we have a disaster, I mean, we've got to concede 4 now for it even to get to extra time. Well, in fact, it can't now. If we concede 4, we're out. Even if we concede 3, we're still in. So, nonetheless. Chelsea are pretty much certs to go through. They're 4-0 up on aggregate. But Leverkusen have took the lead. But again, Lazio, if they win 2-0, Well, if they get 2 now, if they win 2-1, they're through. But Liverpool's very much the other variable at the moment. And Ramsey to Aubameyang into the box. Ooh, close. Aubameyang coming into it on take 2. Aubameyang into Robben, but the goalkeeper picks it up nice and easily. Can't complain of that one. Half an hour to go then here in Spain. Looks like they might have a chance though here. The goalkeeper kicks it out to Johan Cabaye. Blimey, he's made his way around, hasn't he? Vazquez. Vazquez to Muriel, and this could be the first goal for them. Mustafi saves a very good goal. So about to say, it'd be a real shame if we couldn't get a clean sheet, but I'm not really bothered about that at this stage. As long as we go through, we're pretty secure now. I wouldn't say they'd score that many goals in this amount of minutes, but I guess you simply never ever know. Right, we're going to bring Welbeck off for a Wobie, and we're also going to bring Regani, Mustafi. We'll bring him off for Rob Holding with 24 minutes to go, and hopefully we can keep this going. But Liverpool have had a fantastic comeback against Porto. They're 3-1 up away from home. So as it stands, 3 of the 4 teams in the last 4 are English. And it seems on this game that, in fact, it seems on FM overall, that the English teams do a lot better than usual in continental competition. I don't know if that's something you guys have noticed if you've got the game. Let me know if you do. But it's something that I've definitely noticed, and that's a lovely save from Leno. And I'll tell you what, Leno's really finding his form now, and we've got someone really solid at the back, which is brilliant. Because the way that I play, it does lend itself to goals for the opposition team, because it's very open play, you know, it's very much not pelt the ball forward. We're probably a little bit more composed than we were, but we're playing an attacking way, and it looks like Liverpool are going to get through as well. So, yeah. 3 of the 4 teams are English. Porto would have been a different challenge, definitely. But that's a lovely cross for Kolasinac, but unfortunately it doesn't get to anyone. No one at the far post there. But really, I had to point out the obvious, but the team we're going to get, it's either going to be Leverkusen, Liverpool, or Chelsea in the semi-final. Now, out of them 4, I'd like Leverkusen, but you just simply never know about any of those teams. You know, when you get to this stage, we've had a to be honest, the Europa League so far in these knockout rounds has been an absolute breeze. We haven't really had any opposition from Sevilla, which I absolutely expected. We haven't had any from Vorskla, obviously, if we beat them 11-1 on aggregate. And to be quite honest, Iwobi gets a second one. That's a fantastic finish from Iwobi there. And PAOK didn't give us any opposition, really. So it looks like we've had a fairly easy run, and that's a lovely finish from Iwobi. Similar to the last goal, but obviously, well, his last goal, not the last goal in the game. But this could still turn around for... Well, it could actually. If Porto do get one more and make it 3-2, then it just goes to extra time. So, very much in the balance over there. But I would say now that it's pretty much over here, again, it's not going to change, is it? You know, Sevilla need 5 now in the next 10 minutes. I doubt it's going to happen. They might get 1, though, here. And that's just over the bar. Again, I would like to keep our record intact. So, let's see if we can do that. But if we can score enough, well, that'd be magnificent. Lacazette still. Muriel gets it out. Bellerin. El Neni. Iron Robben. So Granit Xhaka. Ooh, they get it out. Good stuff. Muriel. Don't know why he was in the box for them before, but nonetheless, he's back up now. Number 3, Takala. Through to Muriel. They've got some players up front. This could be the first goal. Muriel to Cabaye, and that is 2-1. Cabaye gets a goal. That's a little bit unfortunate for us, but I don't think it's going to change anything in the grand scheme of things. But I guess you don't know. I guess you really don't know. Football's a strange game. So, 5 minutes to go here. Chelsea look like they're through. Sporting haven't really offered any opposition. Neither of Sevilla to an extent, but nice for them to get a goal. And it looks like Porto are heading out as well. Moeen. I'm thinking of the cricket. Mo Salah and Abubakar are both injured for their respective teams. But it looks like it ain't going to happen for Sevilla. We are through to the last 4 of the Europa League competition, which is absolutely fantastic. We are through to the last 4, and we'll watch the draw, and then on Friday we're back for whoever we're playing in that semi-final. So the 4 teams are as follows: Liverpool, Bayer Leverkusen, Arsenal, and Chelsea. So we've won the Europa League quarter-final. Again, brilliant goal, yeah, from Iron Robben. No comment on who we want for the next draw, because of course, you know, you can imagine that it's going to be jinxed. You can imagine that, can't you? Right. So, when is the draw? Is that today? I'm sure it said it was today, but for some reason it's not showing up now. There we go. Right, are we ready for this? Arsenal, Chelsea, Leverkusen and Liverpool. The first team out are Chelsea. And they've got Liverpool. So we have got Bayern Leverkusen in the Europa League semi-final. Again, it's the same setup as this year. The last game, sorry. in that we play at the Emirates first. Leverkusen have had quite a shocker in the league. They haven't even got European qualification as of yet. And they've had quite a poor season. But actually, they've won the last 4. But they've had quite a tough road to get here, you know. They've had Ajax, they've had Villarreal. In their group, they had nobody of real significance, so, nah. But they are in the DFB Pokal semi-final, as well as the Europa League. So they've got a lot of commitments. They're doing particularly well at the moment. But that's going to be an interesting one going into the next episode. So we will play the Everton game off camera. Then we've got 2 consecutive games. And then we have the last 2 Premier League games. So, if you guys have enjoyed that episode, make sure to leave a like. It's much appreciated. Leave a comment as well with your thoughts. And subscribe to the channel for 3 videos a week. Football Manager, 2 Ashes cricket videos, and a Retro Sunday video. You guessed it, on a Sunday. Thank you very much, folks, for your support. Constantly, it's really appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, as always. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.